guys, so this is my weekly warm melts review. It's a little bit smaller than it normally is. I wanted to kind of get caught up before the holiday starts. There's going to be a little bit of time where I probably won't be videoing at all. My daughter gets out of school on Friday, which I'm so excited to spend time with her and enjoy the holiday season. We're going to be doing some cooking and just, you know, just fun stuff. Just being able to hang out with her and not have to worry about getting her to school and homework and all that other crap. So I'm happy about that. So I have a couple hauls coming in. I think one on Wednesday. I think I might have two on Wednesday and one on Thursday. And then I think the rest of anything that I have ordered outstanding won't come until after Friday, which I'll kind of be on like break or whatever you want to call it. So I wanted to get this small amount out of the way now, because I think over the holidays, probably like about 2 weeks, I'm going to be warming like crazy. So really enjoying some of the Christmas scent. So I'll probably have a pretty big warm melts review there. So also exciting stuff. Today I just purchased stuff for a giveaway that I'm going to be doing. Super excited because I've been wanting to do a giveaway for a while, and now just seemed like the right time because it's right around Christmas and time for giving and all that stuff. So I'm super excited about that. I'm not sure when that's going to go up, but I'm kind of hoping before the new year. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to give back to you guys. Just, you know, I just love making wax videos, and I love the community and all that. So anyways, let me just move up here. So let's just get into this. I'm going to start with Bath and Body products. So the first thing that I made through, sorry the label looks warped, it was in my shower. So this is Bathing Garden, a Snow Globe World. And I don't have the scent description on hand, but I think a lot of you that have gotten your recent Bathing Garden orders probably knows what this smells like. I love her sugar scrubs. Just amazing stuff. Now, I do remember this one kind of gave you that menthol-y feeling on your skin, like it kind of cools your skin when you put it on. So for that reason, I don't know that I 100% love it because of that cooling effect. I'm not a big fan of that cooling effect. Sorry guys, if I keep stopping, it's because I said this in my other video, and I'm gonna say the same kind of things I did in the beginning of this video and my next video, but it was like 70 degrees yesterday, and today it's like 40 degrees. So my allergies are all messed up. So if I stop, it's probably because I have to go blow my nose, or I'm sniffing, or something disgusting. So I'm just gonna try to keep this clean. Okay, so the next item I want to talk about is this 7-layer cake from the Bathing Garden. I usually like her whipped soaps, and I love her 7-layer cake in the sugar scrub. It is to die for. It is so delicious. For some reason in the whipped soap though, the 7-layer cake scent did not translate as well. I feel like the base of the soap was very dominant. Like whatever she uses for her soap base was coming through more than the 7-layer cake scent. Because if you smell her soap, and then you smell her whipped sugar scrub right next to it, they don't smell similar at all. So this one would not be a repurchase, but the 7-layer cake scrub I would definitely get again. In fact, I'm hoarding my last one in the shower right now. So from Itty Bitty Bubbles, I have a bubble cup. I have 2 of these actually that I used with Lush bath bombs. And no problems. I, used the whole cup. I got plenty of bubbles, so that's good. I never really find that bubbles really have a super strong scent, and I cocktail them with bath bombs, so it was kind of hard for me to pick up any scent because everything was kind of mingling together. But I would definitely order from this vendor again for sure. The bubble cups are cool. You can get them in a lot of Lush dupes, which is nice because Lush bubble bars tend to be a bit expensive. Okay, moving on here. So from Front Porch, So for some reason, this baby buttermilk, I used 2 Grubbies, one in one warmer and then one on another warmer in the other side of the room. It was a nice strong throw. For some reason, I kept thinking Lush when I was smelling this, but I actually pulled out her dupe for Honey, I Washed the Kids. I think it's called, it's Bedtime Kids. And I was like, oh yeah, that's Honey, I Washed the Kids. But Baby Buttermilk is actually Burt's Bees. But this smelled like Lush to me. Like it just did. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to the Baby Bees Buttermilk dupe. So it was good. I really enjoyed this one actually, more than I thought I would. I wasn't sure. That would definitely be a repurchase. I also warmed in eggnog, and it's just a flat eggnog scent. Nothing really like totally exciting about it, but it was a good strong throw for one Grubby, so I was happy with that. I had I think the very last thing that Daphne sold was like a pumpkin, or no, not a pumpkin. She had these big cupcake tarts that she sold like right before she closed. I think it was like a pack of like 6 or something. And I had pink lemon meringue waffle cone, and I had never tried Daphne's before, but this one was just like a pink lemon scent. Like I really didn't get, you know, like it was just pink lemon, really pink sugar and lemon. So it was fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It was a decent throw. So that's all I have to say about that. Kay's Creation Appleberry Fluff Cookie Bread. And I actually only had 1 stick of this left, and it threw well in my kitchen with just 1 stick. So this is one of my favorites. Really like it. I feel like I warmed this one before a couple weeks ago and I had issues. I don't know what happened, but it was better the second time. So from VCS, we have Purple Haze. And Purple Haze is, let's see, jelly donuts, zucchini bread, and marshmallow maybe. This is just one of her most popular scents, I think. I really love this one. I have it in a clamshell as well, but I've kind of been hoarding it. I didn't want to use the last flower tart, but I have a clamshell still. So this is okay that I'm done with this. But this one would definitely be a repurchase when I run out of the clamshell. In fact, before I run out of the clamshell, I'm going to make sure I have more of this, because this is one that I don't want to be without. Nice strong throw. I think I put that in my daughter's Scentsy warmer. Sometimes VCS, sometimes it works good in the Scentsy warmer and sometimes it does not. Okay, so I've been talking a lot about Front Porch, Clover, and Aloe. I did 1 Grubby tart in the kitchen, and this was kind of a bummer for me because it wasn't that strong of a throw. I love, love, love the scent. So next time I'm going to do 2 of these, 1 in each warmer in my kitchen or whatever room I'm in. I'm going to make sure I have 2 warmers and 2 Grubbies, so that way I get a nice strong throw, because this one is definitely worthy of a strong throw. It's such a good scent. Finally getting into 30th Street Wax. I finally warmed some of my Halloween stuff. Felt like it had cured long enough. And this is fig, blackberry pie, dried octopus hearts, and brown sugar. This one surprised me. I wasn't sure that I liked it on cold, but warmed up, it was like a blackberry scent, but you could tell it was more complex than just blackberry. Although I can't really tell you what exactly I was smelling, but it was good. It wasn't just like a flat blackberry. It was, yeah, I don't even know. It just wasn't a flat blackberry. So really pretty piece of wax too. It had, I mean, it's purple. You can see the purple and all the glitter in there, but this one is definitely a good one. I did do the 2 warmer method though. I cut it in half. I think it was like 2 ounces of like a chunk, and I cut it in half and did 1 ounce in one warmer and 1 ounce in the other warmer. I'm finding that if I want a strong throw from stuff, I just put 1 ounce in each warmer and go for it that way. Especially if things like this are only 2 ounces. Like if you were to do 1.5 ounces, which is what I usually try to warm at a time, then you're going to be left with half of an ounce left, and that's not really going to work. So, okay, Lake Providence Lodge. I think this was a bundt cake in Cider Lake. Okay, this thing blew me away. I I cut it in half. I think it was 2 ounces. I cut it in half, so I had 1 ounce of this in my, I think I warmed it twice because I wanted to get through the bunt. But I put one of them in my kitchen on one day, and then I put the other one in my living room on another day. This thing like kept going and going and going. Now I shut my warmer off, you know, throughout the day, but this one, even like on the 3rd day, which I don't normally do, it was still going really strong. And Sense and Sense had said that this one sounded like a, or not sounded, but she had sniffed it and said that it smelled like Cider Lane from Bath & Body Works. So if you like that scent, definitely try this one. It's a good, strong throw. And this one really impressed me. This was a favorite of the week. In fact, I ordered more so I could always have it on hand. From Two Timing Tarte, this is Cookie Minster. This was a good piece of wax. I don't know how much, like I don't know how many ounces are in here. I don't know if this is 2 ounces or, I don't know. Well, it says 2 ounces, but sometimes it's a little bit less than 2 ounces. But this one was like the perfect mint cookie. Like I've been loving like mint scents, and cookie mixed with mint is like the perfect storm for me. This one was pretty strong. I just did the 1 scent shot in my kitchen, and it filled up my whole kitchen. So I was really impressed. I think the cure time on this was what made it really strong for me. So I was happy about that. Okay, so I had to stop for a minute because I get all breathy because I can't breathe through my nose at the moment. So next up, I mixed Mocha Doodle and Sugar Cookie, and I finally finished a Mocha Doodle pack, and I still have 2 sugar cookies left. So sugar cookies, usually a good one to mix with other scents. Like this one, Mocha Doodle plus sugar cookie, I think equals like chocolate chip cookies. And that's kind of the scent that I got. I put it in my daughter's room. I did 1 Mocha Doodle and 1 sugar cookie, and it worked out perfect. So I think there's some other things that I want to mix with the sugar cookie, so I'm glad I have 2 left. But I'm trying to get through my Scentsy stash. Just ever since I've run into vendor wax, I'm just not really interested in Scentsy anymore. I still love it, but I just, I don't know. I just like supporting the small business owners. Yeah, and Mocha Doodle is not too heavy on coffee or anything to me. It just smells chocolatey. So, and sugar cookie is just a standard, just your standard sugar cookie. It's pretty good. So, there's that. Okay, from the Bathing Garden, I warmed Freak Show. Okay, so I warmed 2 cubes each. Okay, let me start over. I did 4 cubes each, 2 cubes in each warmer in my kitchen. And, you know, in the clamshell, it smells kind of complex, and it smells like there's lots of stuff going on. But when I got it in the warmers, it was just like a butterscotch scent, a butter type of sweet scent. And that's all I got from it. So I was kind of disappointed with this piece of wax in general. I feel like the throw was not as strong, especially for 4 cubes. So I went ahead and put the last 2 cubes in a Scentsy warmer just because I'm still kind of messing with this just to see if I can get a good throw from like whatever warmer, you know. So I try a bunch of different warmers. And in the Scentsy, I got like no throw from 2 cubes. So I actually probably should not measure, but weigh these and see how much they are. I think they're like 3.5 ounces. So maybe I need to warm 3 cubes at a time, because I usually try to warm like 1.5 ounces. I think usually gives me a decent throw from like people that aren't like the strongest throws ever. 1.5 is usually a good amount. Okay, so Dancing Elephants, this is one of my favorites, and this is actually doing pretty good. I originally started with my double method, 2 cubes in each warmer. And then I actually turned it one of them off because it was a little bit too strong. So I don't know, the 2 cubes in the 1 warmer in my kitchen seem to go well in a Glade warmer. So I don't know if the cure time helped this one or not. I can't remember what the smell is. I want to say it's like a raspberry frosting. Like it's two-tone. The pink is raspberry frosting, and I think the blue is like Cake Pops. I'll try to look up the scent description, but it's a nice sweet I just love the mixture of those two. It's like a sweet, it's not bakery either, and it's not floral. It's just this really beautiful scent. I really like this one. I would definitely repurchase this one again if it came back later. But it definitely needs cure time. Okay, so from Haley's Heavenly Scents, I have Grandma's Stuffed French Toast. And if you can see on this one, there's a lot of oil in there. I don't know why I always show that, but if one of these scent shots is oily, I feel like I have to show it because I don't know, like I can't figure out why some of her scent shots come out fine and then the other ones just have all that oil in them. But the Grandma's is the dominant note in here, and I love her Grandma's blend. The Stuffed French Toast was just kind of a bakery, just a little bit of cinnamon. This one was pretty good. So I don't know if I'd put it on my reorder list or not, but I'm still trying to get through her stuff and, you know, trying to figure out what I like and like what is like must-have reorder. Okay, so from Lake Providence Lodge, I did lemon pound cake, and I'm actually going to put a notation below because I have this one on now. I had it on yesterday, but I had some other lemon scents going, so I couldn't really, this wasn't like distinctive. Like it was too hard to smell because I had other lemon scents going. So I just have that one on now, and I'll put a notation about how it's doing down below because I just turned it on a little bit ago. So glazed orange cake, I love this one. I went back and I reordered a bigger quantity of this because this one was amazing. I put it in my kitchen, and again, a strong, long throw. I'm just so impressed with this company. It's just the perfect orange cake. I mean, you can't get, out of all the orange cakes I've smelled, this is my favorite. Really, really good. And these are like the perfect size. I think they're 1.4 ounces. So these scent shot cups are like perfect. You know, you just dump and go. Toasted vanilla bean. This is another good one. This one was probably one of the stronger vanilla beans that I have smelled. Vanilla to me is always kind of hard to, like it's always kind of a lighter scent. And so this one I felt was a little bit lighter than the other ones I've warmed, but I feel like that's just a common occurrence with vanilla. But I could smell this one. This is probably one of the stronger vanilla beans that I have smelled. And I think that toasted marshmallow, I don't really know if I smelled, well, I don't know if it's toasted marshmallow or if it's just toasted vanilla bean. I'm not really sure. But it was just a good strong throw, and I could definitely smell the vanilla. But like I said, it was just a little bit less than the other ones, I think because of the vanilla scent. Cold ginger ale, this is a favorite too. And you know what, I don't like this kind of reminded me of, it's kind of in the same family as like the 7-Up type scents. Those are not generally my favorite, but this one was really nice. I put this in my living room, which again is a bigger area, and this one just did really phenomenally well. It was strong, it lasted for days, it felt like. Now again, I don't like when people say, this one lasted me 48 hours and I had my warmer on the whole time. It wasn't like that. I turned the warmer on and off, you know, as I go about my day. But I mean, like this one I left on all day, like 6 hours I would say is what I would say would be all day for me. And then I turn it off and then turn it back on the next day. And I swear I did that like 3 days and it was still going pretty good. So let's see, the last two things I have, and I don't know, you probably can't see that. Lemon buttercream cookies. This was pretty good, almost a little bit too sweet for me though. This is a 6-ounce scoopable from Front Porch. I keep them in the little cellophane. I just think it's cuter that way, but this is a nice, good, strong throw. I do like her scoopables, although I do feel like there is an undertone. Whatever base she uses for her scoopables, I feel like you can kind of smell. Now, I don't get that same undertone from her tarts. So I feel like she uses a different kind of wax for her scoopables because you can smell it. But warmed, I think it kind of goes away. So. And then last but not least is Linen Extreme, which I love this one for the bathroom. I use these in my Scentsy warmers, the scoopables, because I feel like they work really well. And Linen Extreme was just the perfect like laundry scent, just a super strong laundry, and it works so perfect in the bathroom. I love this one. So anyways, okay, so you guys, so this is it. I am going to do my weekly wax picks for the next 2 weeks over Christmas, and then like I said, I might have a couple more hauls, and then I am off to Christmas. I'm getting ready for Santa. Gonna hope Santa brings me something in my stocking. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.